So imagine you go to a counselor and you tell them about all your worries, and then you're your own counsellor trying to like, okay, but let's change that. Okay, but like, I hear you, but let's change that and see from a different perspective. I had so much anxiety. That's okay. What is up, my stars to the side? Welcome back to a new video. Today we're really doing that YouTube angel angle. Today we're really doing that YouTube angel. What? Today we're really doing that YouTube angle. Today we're really doing that YouTube angle where you are up there looking at me, but you shouldn't look down at me because I have a great cognitive behavioral skill. If you're like me, you have a lot of intrusive thoughts and worries, and you're ruminating a lot, and you have a lot of health anxiety, and you have a lot of worries about A, B, C, D, sky, water, trees, green. Like, it's just all over the place. It's very messy and it feels very overwhelming. This cognitive behavioral skill is very easy. So it kind of can be connected into the one I talk about in the metacognitive video. I don't know if you've seen that yet, but it is where we write down our worries throughout the day so that we can postpone it to, for example, 5 o'clock. And you can do the same with this, whereas when you sit down at like 5 o'clock, you look at all your worries and you write them out. But this is a little bit more constructive in a not experimental way, but more like a changing how you see the world and how you see the worries and problems. So this can help sometimes, because sometimes you just need to be your own best friend. You need to share your own struggles and worries and concerns, and then you need to kind of like relax. So with intrusive thoughts like OCD, logic doesn't work. So if you write down, I'm scared I'm going to stop breathing if I don't pay attention, and then you go and logically write down, this is not going to happen. Like you're safe, your body has all these functions to try and, you know, keep you breathing, then that's not going to work in a somatic OCD episode. Like your brain, your OCD loves logic, because if you can think, oh, but that doesn't happen, then your OCD can think, well, there is a chance, and 1 in a million is still a chance. You can't win. But with general worries from generalized anxiety disorder, or even social anxiety or health anxiety, writing down, I'm worried I'm gonna get cancer, and I feel like, no, I'm worried I have cancer, whatever. You have options. You can either write down like, well, I feel well and I should just use this to take care of myself. Like for a health anxiety, use your worries to do like an opposite action, sort of like CBT skill. Like if your health anxiety is like, we have to go to the doctor because I probably have cancer, then instead say, it's kind of like a positively reinforced opposite action. It's like, oh well, so I'm scared I'm gonna get cancer, but the fact is, if I'm gonna stay healthy, then I should drink water, I should get enough sleep, I should eat more vegetables, I should rest more, I should smile more, laugh more, whatever. And then you can use the health anxiety to reinforce good healthy habits. So if you're scared of having poor health, then use the health anxiety to take care of your health. But in the most like general way, do not start pushing in supplements you don't need and doing green juice cleanses and all that bullshit. I'm talking like basic caring for yourself. Walking every single day, sleeping enough, resting enough, brushing your hair, taking a shower, drinking enough water, and maybe get some annual blood tests to see if your vitamins levels are up, because lacking D vitamin, lacking iron can really throw you off guard. It can cause a depressive episode, and iron deficiency also makes your panic disorder and dizziness worse. So get that checked out. If you are cleared by your doctor, then, and you know you have anxiety, so I'm not saying if you have actual chronic illness that they just keep pushing aside. I'm talking, you know, you have anxiety, like you're not surprised when you go to the doctor and your doctor is like, oh well, the dizziness could be from anxiety, you know. So back to the main point of the video. I write down, say, I am scared that I will never recover from agoraphobia, and then I can go a little more in depth. I'm scared I'm never going to be able to take the bus, or I'm scared I'm going to have a panic attack on the bus tomorrow. Then you can write a contradictory, or like an argument for why this worry doesn't really hold that much power, And you can say, well, I'm trying every day to do exposure and there's a very good chance of recovery if you continue trying, and hopefully I will recover. And then you can go to the next one, which is, I'm worried I have like undiagnosed cancer. And then you can say, well, probably not, because I've been to the doctor and I got my blood tests and they were fine. And I feel actually okay. I think I'm just very anxious and that makes me dizzy and whatnot. And then I can go and I can write, I'm worried I will never get a degree. Then you can write, I have time. It's better that I am well when I start taking my degree because I really want to enjoy the time I'm a student. There is no hurry. Everyone takes in their own time. You know, you get the vibe. So you can, if you're in a more like calm mindset, so not when you have an OCD episode, but more like in a calm side moment. If you ever, I don't want to talk about it. Then you can write down your OCD hang-ups and you can argue for why they are just bullshit. Like, oh my god, my OCD is gonna last forever. Nothing lasts forever, everything is temporary. Oh my god, what if I think about my breath for 11 hours for the next 2 weeks? What if I can't bear it? First of all, that's not going to happen, and second of all, if it happens, you're actually strong enough to handle it. You're way stronger than you think. And then you go and you write down all your worries. And the first time I did this, the first time I did it in a long time, when I was like 17, I wrote 3 pages full. Like the writing was so thick I can barely read what it says, but it was like worry, 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 worry. And then I wrote a contradiction or like an argument as to why I was probably okay. So imagine you go to a counselor and you tell them about all your worries, and then you're your own counselor trying to like say, okay, but let's change that. Okay, but like I hear you, but let's change that and see from a different perspective. It's a very cognitive behavioral therapy. The thing is, you have to do this, put out like, depending on your worrying load, I would recommend doing this at a set point every week, either twice or once a week, because that's what's gonna really change your mindset. And I also want to just, if you have OCD, just be a bit careful, because we don't want to reinforce some sort of like magical thinking OCD where you feel like every time you think, oh my god, what if I'm getting a headache, then you have to think 3 positives, because that's a compulsion that makes the OCD worse. That's not what we're going to do. So if you know you have OCD, be a little aware that nothing turns into like a compulsive kind of like argument thing where you have to think 3 positives if you ever think 1 bad or anything like that. If you don't struggle with OCD, you probably don't understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is not going to be a compulsion that's going to keep up your anxiety disorder. This is a skill to work up a better, positive, calm and steady sense of like trust in yourself. So you can like, if you are really worried, you can sit down with yourself and be like, I'm so scared for this, and then be like, okay, I understand why I'm scared for this, but I promise I'm stronger than this. I think that's all. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. And I believe in you. I'm cheering for you. Woo! Bye bye everyone.